Hello everyone, today we are going to be building some Slayer. I've already built this character on my channel before, but that was 2 years ago and I had a lot of comments asking on what pieces to use. So this time we're going to be rebuilding it, but I'm also going to be building another version in case you don't have the pieces, and I'll also be trying to tackle the Cacodemon. The first version of this character that I'm going to be building is using primarily olive green pieces. These legs here come from this Viking minifigure that came in one of the minifigure series. Next is this belt piece that came in the Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter. Now for the torso, I'll be using the one from this Bounty Hunter minifigure. This figure is a little hard to find, so if you don't have this, you can use a Kashyyyk Clone Trooper or this torso from a Black Widow minifigure. But since we're not using these, we no longer need these figures. I recommend being careful taking the arms out of the torso since sometimes it can cause it to crack. Now these arms are from the Caveman Batman from the Lego Batman movie minifigure series. I do not have the rest of the figure, so that's all you get. And then the shoulder pads are from a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Groot minifigure. And we also have a clear neck bracket piece. The only change I'm making to this minifigure from the one I made 2 years ago is the head. I found this dark blue head in this new Iron Man figure that will work perfect. And this helmet piece that we're using comes with a lot of the Resistance Trooper minifigures from the sequel Star Wars sets. And with that, the base minifigure is done, but now it's time to add some accessories. The first thing I'm building here out of these two black pieces is the little gun that we're going to add onto the back on that clear bracket piece. And then these gray pieces are used for a little spike weapon. And this Kylo Ren's lightsaber is flipped upside down to form the Crucible. It's a hard weapon to replicate in Lego, but I thought this worked well. Now that the builds are complete, all we have to do is add them onto the minifigure. If you end up building this figure, you do not have to build it exactly as it is shown here. All I did was look up some pictures of the character on Google and use what I saw there. There's a lot of different ways you can build this, but this is just the best way that I thought you could build this one. Now that we finished up adding all the accessories onto the figure, it is now complete. I really like the way this figure turned out, and I feel like it's pretty accurate to the source material, and I feel like it still holds up after 2 years. I also added an extra detail here at the end, but it involves cutting these handcuff pieces. If you have a lot of extra handcuff pieces and you don't mind cutting one of them, this is a really nice tactic to add a little bit of extra detail that makes this figure stand out. Now we're completely done with this figure and we can move on to the next one. This one's going to use primarily dark green pieces. So first I started off with this Robin Hood minifigure that came in one of the minifigure series. We'll also be using that same dark brown belt from the last one. For the torso, I'll be using this DC figure. Once again, we're taking the arms off and we'll be using these Caveman Batman arms. And now for the rest of the armor, we're going to be using this SLAYER minifigure. All we're going to need off that is that green armor piece. I really like the way this armor piece makes this figure look so far. And once again, from the last figure, we'll be needing that dark blue headpiece. Now for the helmet, we're going to be using the one on this Lego City space character. The helmet comes with a clear visor piece, but I already took it off since we do not need it. Now while I struggle to add this helmet piece on, the accessories are the exact same from the last figure, so we can carry those over to this one. That armor piece conveniently comes with studs on the back, so we can add the gun straight onto it. Now adding those other two accessories will complete this minifigure. Now that it's done, I really like the way this new design turned out. I feel like I like the olive green color on the other one a little more, but this one certainly stands out. Now that I finished both of my Slayer designs, it's time to show you guys what my other build was. Since I didn't want this video just to be 2 minifigures, I tried to build the Cacodemon. I don't think it's entirely scale accurate, but I feel like it represents it pretty well. So now it's time to reveal the model. I wasn't sure if this was going to be possible to build at first, but I think my final result turned out pretty good. It has your normal upper and lower jaws, but I also noticed some teeth on the sides that I tried to capture here. It was definitely a big challenge to try to cram in a bunch of details into one small model. I do think I managed to get every notable detail onto this build. The only issue is those arms at the front. It's too small to be able to include full hands and feet, so it's just one simple claw. I did try to round the back out a lot and include a good amount of spikes. What I was most happy about was that green eye that I found in a hidden side set that worked perfectly for this. Most of the pieces came from this Creator 3-in-1 Dragon set. If you're interested in building this model yourself, let me know in the comments so I can upload another video. That's all I have for you today, so thank you for watching. Bye!